And just before we go, let's quickly do a recap of the top legal stories that we tracked in the courts.
The Federal High Court Ibadan Division last week Monday ordered the remand in prison of some staff of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and other bankers involved in the 8 billion naira mutilated currency fraud. Justice Ayo Emmanuel ordered their remand after dismissing their applications for bail. He, however, granted an order for the accelerated hearing of the case. The bankers were alleged to have compromised the CBN's bricketing exercise meant to mop up mutilated and defaced higher denominations from circulation to combat inflation. Instead of destroying the currencies, they allegedly recycled the notes and substituted them with newspapers neatly cut to naira sizes. In the ruling on their bail applications, the judge said that after considering the evidence before the court, he was convinced that the offences were mind-boggling and weighty. They carry a maximum sentence of 21 years in prison. He therefore declined to grant bail, especially as the accused persons had not succeeded in persuading him that they will not interfere with court processes. From the Federal High Court in Ibadan to the one in Lagos, trial commenced last week Friday against the 14 foreigners allegedly involved in illegal oil bunkering. Presiding Justice Ibrahim Buba dismissed an application filed by the foreigners asking him to quash the charges and instead assumed jurisdiction to hear the charges. The EFCC promptly called its first witness, the arresting officer, Captain Chiedozie Okehie of the Nigerian Navy. In a related development, the EFCC arraigned another set of foreigners, 9 persons and 1 vessel. They were also charged with illegal dealing in petroleum products. After taking their plea, Justice Buba admitted them to bail on the same conditions granted the first set and also adjourned trial till next week Tuesday. Another judge of the same court, Justice Mohammed Yunusa, last week also ordered First Bank of Nigeria PLC to disclose details of the loan facility it granted the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority NCAA for the 2013 purchase of the 2 controversial bulletproof BMW cars for former Aviation Minister Stella Odua. Justice Yunusa, who issued the order while delivering judgment in a suit instituted by a civil society organization, Enough is Enough Nigeria, against the bank, held that by the provisions of Section 2, Subsection 7 and Section 31 of the Freedom of Information FOI Act, First Bank is a private company performing public functions as envisaged by the Act. EIE had filed the suit owing to the refusal of the bank to honor a request made to it on October 30, 2013, seeking information on the funding of the bulletproof BMW cars. The judgment is EIE's second judicial victory in the matter, as it obtained a similar order in March 2015, directing Coscharis Motors Limited to disclose details of the transaction. A third suit, instituted by Enough is Enough Nigeria against the NCAA, is still pending. And from Lagos, we move to Abuja, where the Federal High Court has refused to grant an application by the former governor of Adamawa State, retired Admiral Murtala Nyako, seeking to stop the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the Department of State Service, and the Inspector General of Police from arresting him over an alleged 15 billion naira fraud. Justice Ahmed Mohammed declined the former governor's request on the grounds that the facts and developments contained in his application took place last year. The court instead gave Nyako's counsel 7 days to serve all the respondents with the originating summons and adjourned the case to July 1, 2015. Shortly after he was impeached in June 2014, the EFCC had frozen bank accounts belonging to Adamawa State in what it called a precautionary measure to safeguard the state treasury amidst evidence of looting uncovered by its operatives. The commission had moved against Nyako, but he outsmarted them and fled to an undisclosed European country where he had been taking refuge until recently. And we round off on the foreign scene, where an Egyptian court last week Tuesday sentenced former Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi to death for his role in the uprising that led to the ouster of a long-term president, Hosni Mubarak. The court upheld the death sentence against Morsi, who was convicted for plotting jailbreaks and attacks on police during the 2011 uprising that forced Mubarak out of office. The court had earlier sentenced Morsi to life imprisonment after convicting him on charges of spying for various militant groups, including Hamas in Palestine, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and Iraq.
This is where we wrap up today's program and adjourn, but do let's keep the conversation about the PIB going. You can send me a mail, a Facebook comment, or a tweet. Don't forget that you can find these and past episodes of the program on our YouTube channel. I am Shola Shayeli. Thank you for watching.